how you treat your food and what food means to you, not just in your training, but when you're not training, the other times. What are the things that you take care of? General principles about consumption, diet, and your thoughts on processed foods.
Well, I'm still learning so much about food. I feel like it's an ongoing process of learning, like with anything in life or just health generally. It's constantly evolving. And as one's body changes as well, and as the type of training one does changes, one's nutritional requirements also change too. So plus like the climate you live in, well, you've got all of these different factors. So the optimal, I suppose, diet as such is never like a fixed thing. So I think it's good to have variation. Just like in training, it's not sensible to do the same training every single week. You're never going to get the results you want. But with food is an interesting one because there's so much information out there about nutrition and about diet. I think it's easy for people to get confused. And I just think, as an athlete, athletes will try and overcomplicate things sometimes. So for me, just simplifying things has helped a lot. I've been fortunate to work with an amazing sports nutritionist as well over the past year and a half. And so she's really helped me just get the basics right with my nutrition, because I know that was a factor which in the past would have made me hesitant about doing a long distance race, just because I felt like I didn't trust how responsive I was to different foods. And I know once you start the longer distance races, nutrition can literally make or break your race. Whereas in a shorter distance race, you can get away with not having anything, just staying hydrated, and you're not going to have any digestive issues. You're not going to run out of energy. You can still race to the best of your ability. Whereas with the longer course races, it's a pretty important factor. So my advice when it comes to food is really just get the basics right. Don't be too restrictive as well. I know like a lot of athletes sometimes, sport attracts perfectionism. And I think that can be a bit of a trap because life is not perfect. You're never going to have the perfect race. But if you can get close to it, it's going to be an amazing race. But you've got to accept that you're going to have some bad experiences along the way too. So the same applies with nutrition. You can't be perfect 100% of the time. You need to allow your body to be in a fairly adaptive state so that you're more resilient. And then your body can absorb whatever you're putting into it. Yeah, so I think variety is what it comes down to.